Hey everybody, today I just wanted to talk about solar power and specifically why we chose to go solar power and what our system looks like. The way I see it, there are two main reasons why someone might go with solar power. One would be environmental reasons and another would be financial. In our case, it was really a financial decision. Specifically, it was right when Russia invaded Ukraine, and our concern was what's this going to do to power prices long term, and all other things that were happening. Inflation, eventually, power prices were going to increase. So we wanted to figure out a way to make ours fixed. So what was really appealing to us is that we could lock in a monthly cost now via a low interest rate loan for the system, and that even though power prices were going up, we maintained flat, or actually eventually zero, because we'll eventually have that loan paid off after 7 years, and then we are self-producing. Truthfully, right now our monthly payment for the loan in the short term is higher than our monthly power bill, but you'll see why that goes down eventually, because in 7 years when that loan is gone, we don't pay anything for power. One of the really nice things about SunPro, the company we went with, is that it's 100% turnkey. You could probably figure out how to install this stuff yourself, but honestly, I was here when they installed it, and there was an army of people that were here putting various components in and then working with the power company to get it all improved and commissioned. That's not for everybody. So the idea of having a turnkey, sign a paper, they all show up, and fix a low interest rate loan was very appealing to us. That was all very impressive. Not only that, but they back it with a 25-year guarantee, and the components have an expected life of much longer than that. So here's what our system looked like, and let me flip it around. I can't. Okay, I'll show it in a minute. We have enough property that we could have gone with a ground-mounted system, which would have been beneficial from the standpoint that we could have faced it south, and it would have taken less panels. We really didn't want to mess up the look of our ground with a bunch of panels on the ground, so we decided to go on the top of our machine shed, which I'll show here in a minute. But because our machine shed roof faced west, we had to do more panels than we would have if it was south-facing, more direct sunlight. We ended up with 42 panels, and that's all based on our consumption and a west-facing installation. That total system cost, and this is going to be a little sticker shock, and you may just stop watching after this, that total system cost was around $60,000. Again, all financed, low interest rate, fixed rate loan, 10-year loan specifically. However, you'll see why that's going to be 7 years in a minute. The monthly payments that they lock in are based on what that balance will be after you get your 26% federal tax credit. So 26% of $60,000 we'll get as a federal tax credit. Pump that into the loan. Now our loan balance is only about $45,000. On top of that, we'll be getting a state incentive of around $15,000 state incentive money. That'll reduce that loan balance down to $30,000, which is less than half of the original cost. And putting the federal 26% tax credit and that state incentive money into the loan allows us to pay that loan off in 7 years, and then we have enough power generation through our panels that we really won't have a power bill, and we won't have a loan payment either. And over the life expectancy of this, the power rate is just going to continue to go up and up. There's also a really cool app that you can check your daily production and consumption on. Word of warning though, this can be very addicting, and if you're already depressed during dark, cloudy days, it can be even worse because you aren't producing any energy in those days. So is it right for you? I get asked this question a lot from a real estate standpoint, and my answer is usually it depends on your specific scenario and your house and the neighborhood. So there are so many different things that I would want to look at specific to you to see if it makes sense for you, but I think for a lot of people it does, and I'd be happy to have that conversation. So without ado, let me flip this around and I'll show you on top of there 42 panels. The wiring goes through the machine shed, pumps back to our house, and on our power bill every month. It shows us, in addition to the app on a daily basis, On a monthly basis, the power bill shows us how much we produced, how much we consumed, and what the net difference is. Looking forward to those nice, warm, sunny days for more reasons than one. Not the least of which is to produce more power than what we use. All right, hopefully this is helpful. Thanks. Bye.